There's a friend in Fimble Valley that we're on our way to see, to hear him tell his stories, maybe stay for tea. He's a mole who's living underground and his name is Roly Mo. Roly, 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 roly mo. He's the roliest mo you'll ever know, and his name is Roly Mo.
La 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 la. Hello to you. How do you do? I wonder what's for tea today. Let's go and ask Uncle Roley. Ready? Then off we go!
Oh, hello there. And how are you today? I'm just making something special for tea.
Hello, Uncle Roley.
Oh, hello there, little Bo. I was just telling our friends that I'm making something special for tea.
Oh, yes. That's what I wanted to ask you, Uncle Roley.
Oh, what did you want to ask me, little Bo?
I wanted to ask you...
Yugo!
Migo!
Oh, yes, it is!
Oh, no, it isn't.
Oh, yes, it is!
Oh, no, it isn't.
Oh, yes, it
no,
is.
it isn't.
Yes, it is!
No, it isn't.
What was all that about?
I've got no idea. It looks as though they're having a snoot argument.
Oh, dear. I'll go and see if I can help, shall I?
I think that would be a very good idea.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is!
Isn't?
It is!
Excuse me.
Yes?
Yes.
I thought you might like to look in my busy book with me.
Oh, yes, please.
Yes, it is! Yes!
I hope this works. Busy book, let's take a look. Someone is hiding. Who can it be? Is it a Fimble? Who can you see? It's Baby Pum. What are we going to do today, Baby Pum? Look, there's a bowl. I wonder what's in it.
That looks like an oven. Are we going to bake something?
A cake! Oh, delicioso!
Shall we put them in the right order? When you make a cake, what's the first thing you have to do?
The first thing you do when you make a cake is mix up the cake mix.
Yes, that's right. First you mix the cake. And after you've mixed it, what do you do next?
Oh, Uncle Roley puts it in the oven.
And what's the last thing you do when you've made a cake?
We eat it!
You mix, then you cook, then it's ready to eat. Look, how many pieces of cake are there? 1, 2, 3.
3 pieces of cake! Yummity yum!
Enjoy your cake, Baby Pom. See you again soon. I think that worked. They've stopped arguing. Have you really stopped arguing now?
Yes.
And you're not going to argue any more?
Oh, no, no, no!
Then I'm going to go and find Uncle Roley. See you later.
Snootigator. No.
Yes.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Oh, no, it
Yes, it
isn't.
is.
Oh, no,
Yes,
it
it
isn't.
is.
Oh, no, it
Yes, it
isn't.
is.
Isn't.
Oh, here you are, Uncle Roley.
Yes, just giving my rolliscope a bit of a polish. Ooh, how did you get on with those arguing snoots?
Well, they stopped arguing while we did the busy book.
Phew, that's good. Well done, little Bo. I'll just finish polishing and it'll be time for tea.
Oh, that reminds me, Uncle Roley. I wanted to ask you...
Isn't. Is not.
It's so...
How about a story?
Ooh, story time with Roly Mo.
Our favourite time of day!
Well, I'm glad we agree on something. The princess was happy. Not too fast, called the king. But the princess didn't hear. She was listening to music with her headphones on. She listened to music all the time, roller skating, having breakfast, doing her homework, even washing the palace dog. But one day she stopped, right in the middle of a skip. She took off her headphones and unplugged them from the machine. Then she plugged them in again. "What's the matter?" asked the prince. "It's broken," said the princess sadly. "I've lost my music." "Cheer up," said the prince. "I'll make some music for you. Listen to this." And he played some music for her on his homemade double bass. But the princess shook her head. "I want my music back," she said. "Never mind," said the king. "We'll make some music for you." And he and the queen played a tune. The queen played her old school recorder, and the king played the spoons. "That's good," said the prince, and he joined in. The princess put her hands over her ears, but she could still hear them. So she started singing to herself. "I had a little nut tree, nothing would it bear, but a silver nutmeg and a golden pear." Everyone stopped and listened to the princess. Even the dog ran up to listen. "The King of Spain's daughter came to visit me, and all for the sake of my little nut tree." "Do you know," said the princess, "I think I like making our own music." So she went on singing, and the king and queen and the prince joined in with her. The dog danced, and the princess was happy once more. Ah, lovely.
Makes me feel like singing now.
Me too!
Ah, something else we agree on. What shall we sing?
Oh, I know. Wherever you go, me go. Wherever you go, I'll be.
Wherever you go, me go.
You're my best friend, you see.
Come rain or shine, I'll be there all the time.
Whatever the weather, we're always together.
We'll always be friends.
Right up to the end.
Wherever you go, me go.
Wherever you go, me go. Wherever you go, I'll be. Wherever you go, me go.
You're my best friend, you see. You're my best friend, you see.
Cha-cha boom!
Oh, no, it isn't.
Oh, yes, it is.
Isn't.
Is.
Is.
Isn't.
Ah, gotcha.
Oh, pow, pow, pow. Is.
Isn't.
Is.
Isn't.
Well, that didn't work.
No, it didn't. I wonder if another story would work. Ah, I think I know just the one we need. Come with me to the library. When you take a look inside a book, who knows what you will see?
When you take a look inside a book, it's fun as fun can be.
With cats and dogs and birds and frogs,
A monkey who says boo, boo,
wonderful things, giants and kings.
and maybe a fimble or two.
Now what have we here? When you take a look inside a book,
Who knows what you might see?
a story or rhyme, just take the time to read along with me. Books over here, books over there. Find me a book with a story to share. A story for two arguing snoots, if you please. Ah, thank you. Here we are, little Bo. Why don't you take this to read to the snoots, and I'll go and finish off tea.
Oh, yummity tea! That's what I wanted to ask you, Uncle Roley. Uncle Roley?
Isn't.
Uncle Roley and me thought you might like another story.
Oh, yes, please. I'm getting tired of arguing.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Right then. Are you sitting comfortably?
Yes.
Good. Then I'll begin. Jack and his mum were expecting a very special visitor. Granny Griddle was coming round for tea. Mum said Jack and the grumpy giant should cook something scrumptious for her. "Let's make lemon pie," said the giant. "I can squeeze the lemons and roll out the pastry." "No," said Jack. "Let's make meringues. They're my favourite." "But I like lemon pie best," grumbled the giant. "Well, I like meringues," said Jack. It looked as if there was going to be an argument. Then Jack's mum had an idea. "I know," she said. "We'll make both." "Pie first." "Meringues first," yelled Jack. "No," said Mum. "Both at the same time." "But how can we?" asked Jack and the giant together. "By making lemon meringue pie," said Mum with a smile. "See?" She showed them a picture in the recipe book. It has lemon pie on the bottom and meringue on the top. So they got to work. Mum made the lemon filling while Jack whisked the egg whites for the meringue, and the giant rolled out the pastry. Then the lemon meringue pie went into the oven. Jack and the giant whistled while they waited for it to cook. And they whistled while they waited for it to cool. At last the pie was ready to eat, so they ate it. Every last crumb. "Your meringue was delicioso," said the giant. "And your lemon pie was scrumptialicious," said Jack. "And together we make the best lemon meringue pie in all the world." And Jack gave the giant a giant huggle. In fact, it was the biggest huggle you've ever seen. There! What did you think of that?
That was good. I liked it when they had a giant huggle.
So, what were you arguing about?
Well,
We were arguing about...
Time for tea.
yes. How did you know?
Know what?
That we were arguing about when it was time for tea.
Oh, well, I didn't know that, but it is time for tea now.
Yippity-dippity! I was right! It is time for tea!
No, it isn't. Well, it is time for tea now, but when we started arguing, it wasn't time for tea. Wasn't.
Shall we, go and have some tea then?
Oh, yes, please, Uncle Roley.
And did you remember what it was you wanted to ask me, little Bo?
Yes, I did. I wanted to ask you what's for tea.
Why, moly munchies, of course.
Yippity-dippity!
Haven't we had a yes and no day today?
Yes, it's been a
Roly
day.
You will come and join us next time in Fimble Valley, won't you? Now, it's time for us all to go. Cheerio!
Hugo,
Yes, Migo?
I knew there would be moly munchies for tea.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Didn't.
Did so.
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 Didn't.
Did so.